officials than they are right now. They call that period Reconstruction. And if they can do that coming from a place of being, it's illegal to read, illegal to write, and illegal to own property, and you were property, and in 10 years later you could be a government official. Please help me understand how me, you, our brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, cousins, aunts, and uncles can't do that by 2030. We are no people who listen to my show are 30 and old. There is no more room for me and you to make it. You know, we can be comfortable. We are comfortable, and that's the problem. We're comfortable. But what we need to do is make it so your grandchildren and my grandchildren can function as a unit and get the hell out of this poverty-stricken situation. If you think you're doing okay because you have a great job and things are okay on your end, this is what I want you to realize. And anything that I say, all you have to do is look it up. 1873, in the United States of America, we own 1% of the wealth in the United States of America. 2020, May 9th, we own 1% of the wealth in the United States of America. If you don't, challenge me, everybody, you know how to get in contact with me. You know how to get in contact with me. All you have to do is challenge me and I produce this information. As y'all say, I got the receipts. See, you've been bamboozled into believing you've made it because you own this or I got a good job. A good job isn't, no disrespect, but a good job is just a real good position at the plantation at this point. Now, what we can do is this. We can make a fist. Again, creating these organizations. As Brother Malcolm X, you'll hear at the end of the show, Brother Malcolm X created 2 organizations, Muslim Mass Incorporated and the African American, forgot the name of it that fast, but another one for just people who were not Muslims. See, brothers like Malcolm X and Dr. King, they immobilize people. Dr. King immobilized. And what an immobilizer does is galvanize the people, get them moving in one direction. Malcolm X organized, started businesses and corporations so we can use the laws that are on the books to advance our community. And that's what we have to do. It's not about hate. If you hear hate, this is not the show for you to listen to. If you hear hate, I really don't want you to listen to the show because then you're listening with the closed, like the brother Joe Madison says, you're not listening with your third ear. You're listening to respond and not to understand where I'm coming from. And I don't want to get into a big time debate with you. And I'm not going to get into a big giant debate with you. If you're comfortable and you are feeling that your children are okay and will be okay, cut it off now. Listen to number one Chief Rocker Monday. Listen to DJ Knox Tuesday afternoon. Listen to Chief Rocker Wednesday night. Listen to Mukadeen and Knox and Cheers Thursday. Listen to Knox Friday. And then just skip me Tuesdays and Saturdays. Seriously. Because this is not for you. Now, back to my point. There are ways that we can do this, and we don't need the help of anybody else. We don't need a handout because enough with the damn handouts. The handouts ain't helping us at this point. I understand that everybody needs a handout, but what we can do is have the United States federal government give us the handout like they do with these people from the OPEC countries, the oil producing countries. They hand them grants and things as they teach them and they fill out paperwork. It's time for us to look into that tax increment funding. And later on in the show, as I always do, I'm going to give you a couple of opportunities to start your own business. I'm going to give you some information so you can start your own business or capitalize on your ideas as you do it today. But like I said, man, it's not about hating. It's not about disrespecting. It's not about doing anything to building up our community. I'm tired of saying one day, being scared. If you've ever had a police officer pull up behind you and get scared, then this show is for you. Period. If you're afraid for your son, niece, or nephew, or cousin of being assassinated in the streets by one of these race soldiers, then this is the show for you. If you're trying to make things better for us, this is the show for you. But if you're just trying to debate, I'm not for the debate no more, man. I left the debate team in 1988. I wasn't getting paid for it then, and I ain't gonna get paid for it. I'm just saying. Now, We need to hold these law enforcement people feet to the fire. And we need to do that at a grassroots level. You need to go to your committeeman. You need to go to your city councilman. You need to go to your alderman. You need to go to your state representative, state senator, and governor and blow at them every day. Instead, all of us stuck in the house nationwide. So Monday morning, it's an app. Here's an app. I'm gonna make it easy for you. It's an app called 5 Calls. It contacts you with your local politicians. It's an app. Use that to get in contact with these people. Register your friends and family members to vote and start running for office. Guess what? Everybody that's in my chat room and everybody who's listening, even if you're a felon, you can run for office. Get that. You can't vote for yourself, but you can run for office. There are no restrictions in regards to felony convictions to run for office. And that's something else. If you're passionate, you know how many people that are insanely intelligent that took the wrong path in regards to nefarious activities? They are insanely intelligent. Put them in people's office. And as I was trying to tell the brother Mandela Young had a extremely healthy exchange about methodology. My methodology is extremely aggressive. His is more passive. And I don't mean cowardly passive. He just wants to walk through it. I'm ready to run through the wall and blow this mother sucker up. Mandela Young is walking. And guess what? Both of us are right. Mandela Young's method is right. And so is mine. If you roll with Mandela Young, Thursday night he'll be back on. And I'm going to invite people, my friends and family, to Mandela Young's show. And he does the same thing for your boy. See, it ain't about I'm right, he wrong, we're going to do it this way. Me and the brother Mandela Young saw the great brother Malcolm X. And we saw the great brother Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We saw them at odds. So, seeing how I have more of a Dr. King approach and Mandela Young has more of a Malcolm X approach, he has more of a Dr. King approach, we're going to work together and walk to the end of the oppression. And then we'll get this resolved. But at the end of the day, we don't have to be upset with each other. We don't have to argue, fight, cuss. As we say in Chicago, we ain't going to do no signifying. We ain't going to do no name calling. We ain't doing none of that. What we are going to do is continue to work together to get you and our kids and our community in a better situation. That's what we're going to do. But, like I said, starting at the grassroots level, we're going to blow in these people's ears about our problems. Because, look, it's the young brother in Georgia from February. Y'all don't even realize this situation happened in February. But guess what? 2 weeks ago, it was a young brother in Indianapolis, Indiana. He was doing something stupid like young people do. I told y'all, young people got a PhD in making mistakes. What young people do the best is make mistakes. He's 22, 25 years old. Get into a little situation with the police and start running. He turns on his Facebook Live, acting a fool, trying to be noticed. They gun him down, start laughing, but they don't know his camera's on live. So if you think, oh, that was in Georgia. Indiana ain't in Georgia because Indianapolis, Indiana is down the street from where I live, practically 2 hours away. My homegirl who in the chat room right now, Sabrina, been my friend since 1985. That's where she lives. Sabrina got a grandson. So Sabrina, I'm going to ask you to download that 5 Calls app. I need all y'all to download that 5 Calls app and start blowing in these people's ear and talk about criminal justice reform, talk about these people hunting us down, and let's start calling these things what they are. They're not murders. They're lynchings. Because packs of white men in pickup trucks shooting brothers, they have been calling that lynching since the 1800s. That's what it's called, a lynch mob. So if we don't start using the proper verbiage, then how can we expect somebody to respect us and honor what we're saying? And if they don't, we're going to organize and get people in order and get people the hell out of these offices. Because if you're not representing me in this particular area, then you will be eliminated, meaning that unemployment is at an all-time high. Guess what? You finna make it go a little higher. And how about this? I keep telling y'all, stop listening to these people on the TV with these statistics. My mom and my uncle used to work for the Department of Unemployment Security, and they both educated me on this. When they read you these statistics about the Department of Unemployment Securities, unemployment is at an all-time high. That just means people who are eligible for 6 months for unemployment benefits. Do you think those people are going to get jobs in 6 months? Guess what? The unemployment numbers going to go down when those benefits run out. So everybody got their job back in 6 months? Y'all really believe that? Hell no. It was more than 32% of the population without a job or underemployed in December. But now they want to run this up and make people look bad politically and destroy their names. Again, these are the games that they're playing with us, and I need y'all to stop playing the games with them and start realizing it's time to save our young people, our women, our seniors, and our children's lives. Brothers, we got to fend for ourselves. But if enough of us get together, we can stand back to back in this fight and win. It's time to stop with the nonsense. Stop with the, oh man. And then my least favorite thing in the world is, well, brothers ain't never going to work together. Again, if you have that mentality, click that X on the right side of your phone or device, listening device. Stop listening to my show. Because if you think it ain't never going to ever work or people ain't going to ever work together, you are part of the problem, not part of the solution. You are not. That is not your opinion. Your opinion has been given to you by someone because you allow the very same people on TV to give you information like black on black crime is at an all-time high. It's never going to get any lower because people don't go like in my city. If you live on Madison, you don't go down to 69th Street to start a fight. You fight with somebody on Madison. You don't go to Evanston to start a fight. You fight with somebody on Madison. You don't go to Oak Park and start a fight if you live on Damon and Madison. You fight with somebody around you. It's an Asian kid or Asian person who's getting attacked or brutalized or something of that nature. That's not, you never hear about Asian on Asian crime. You never hear on Greek crime, Italian on Italian crime, Irish on Irish crime, but you hear on black crime. Just like the black woman has HIV more than anybody in the world. But guess what? Y'all don't lump it in as white women. What I want y'all to do is take my sisters in America, the African American sister descendants of people who were in bondage, and compare them to the Greeks, the Italians, the Russians, and so forth and so on. And I bet you our numbers go down. See, another trick to make you feel like what you are innately inferior and innately self-destructive. Compare me to my contemporaries or don't compare me to nobody. If, by the way, black on black crime, 91%. White on white crime, 89%. If you were in class and got a 91, the kid that got an 89, y'all get the same grade. Y'all get the same grade. So if something is going to be bad, you have to compare it to something. If my mama make the best chicken in the world and I only ate my mama chicken, I don't know if she makes the greatest chicken or not. I just know I like that. So please miss me with these stats, these half-cocked ass stats that ain't going to help me or you. And if you want to believe in the propaganda, I also want you to believe in the propaganda that say black men is lazy, black men trifling, black women ain't shit, black women don't do nothing but have babies. Because if you're going to believe the black on black crime, oh yeah, see, it's true. So that means you ain't shit and the man that's listening saying he ain't shit either. If we're going to believe the stats, we got to believe them all. Or do you realize that that's propaganda? That's some bullshit that they feed to you to make you feel like you're less than and put you in a situation so you will always be subjugated and oppressed. So you can do one of the two. But if you're going to believe one, you got to believe them all. But then that means you can't read either. That means your kids are destined for nothing. But if that's not the case, stop believing what people who are clearly putting propaganda in front of you to control your mind want you to do. That's all I'm asking. Now, you don't have to. You really don't have to, but you can go along with the program. It can continue to be programmed by the TV and the radio and these erroneous ass numbers, and then you can keep it moving. Because, hey, since you want to believe some numbers, the University of Harvard, the school that everybody on earth respects, did a study. A black man is 60% more likely to participate in the development of his child than anybody in the world. I'm going to say that again. People who look like me are 60% more likely to participate in